Okay, so I think I mentioned this before, and honestly, I think this is not anything crazily new to everyone here, but I think I explained like some of these stories about my friend's mom being super attractive. And if you guys haven't watched those stories already, I probably would before you guys get to this one, because this is kind of like a sequel or like a prequel, sequel. But I don't know. It's one or the other. But basically, today's story is absolutely insane, and trust me, you guys want to see this all the way through. If you guys don't, like, seriously, you're weird. But other than that, like I usually say, thank you guys for all the support. Seriously, you guys have been insane for every single one of these videos. Like, you guys literally changed my life day by day. And honestly, like I usually say, you know, click down below, check out the Twitch streams we do, because we literally hang out and all talk in there as a group. And on top of that, as a group, join the Discord server. There's over 8,000 of you guys in there, and if you guys don't, you're weird, but still very nice, and I love you, so please join. Anyways, like I was saying, let's get straight into this. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another crazy story. So today's story is actually, funny enough, a little bit different. Usually I'd be telling stories about how I do the devil's tango, but today it leans a little bit differently. Yes, the word would be said in this video, obviously, because what kind of Bubba video would it be without it? But at the same time, things do change, and I'll explain that in a bit. So I think we're gonna go back to the past, and we're gonna go back, I want to say maybe my grade 9th, 10th year. I would say 9 going to grade 10. And if you guys don't know, I have this friend who has a really hot mom. His mom was like super hot, and it was just outstanding. I think I've talked about her and her toys before and stuff, and like, you know, how like, you know, I've seen her, you know, with nothing on through the phone. But today's video is me explaining how I saw her fully undone. The ultimate glory hole. I mean, not glory hole. That's not the best way to put it, but the ultimate fulling glory. There you go. Let's put it that way, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, it all starts off like this. So I remember one time, me and my friends were all just hanging out, doing our own thing. And I remember my friend wanted to have us all over for like some sort of like event. I think it was like a hockey game or something. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But to be honest, when a friend invites you over and he says, you know, we're all gonna hang out, have fun, and do all that stuff, you usually take the offer. And when we were talking about going to his place, I remember he told us specifically, hey, like my mom's like also like bringing her new boyfriend to town and stuff. So like I don't like really like, you know, just stay away from her room if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. He said it really awkwardly, and honestly, none of the guys like really understood what was going on at that point. But we kind of just agreed with it. Going on, I remember, I want to say the day after, we all went over to his place. And when we entered to the front door, I remember seeing his mom in lingerie. I'm not joking when I say this. Like, it wasn't like full on, like, boom, like it's out. Like, it's more like, you know, she's wearing like a, you know, a robe, and she's in lingerie. And it was just a basic glance. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it was a basic glance. And when I was glancing, I remember seeing it over there. I'm like, you know, my eyes wide opening. All my friends' eyes are wide opening. And we're like, okay. Like, it was actually kind of attractive. And as she was like kind of explaining, like, oh, like you guys can head to the living room. We'll talk to you guys all after. Me and my person, we're gonna call him Jerome, are just gonna hang out. And we're like, okay, cool. So we all go to the living room, and we turn on the TV, and we start eating the snacks that his mom got us, and we started chewing and enjoying our snacks. And as we were, I remember all of us were just kind of chilling there, and then the door knocks again. And when this door knocks, I remember all of us were kind of like, oh, okay, like who's here? Because we were all here, right? When we got to the door, I remember I opened the door with my friend, and we saw this big massive dude named Jerome. Yeah, a little scary. And I remember when this big massive dude came in, he's like, hey, I'm looking for your mother. Bruh, what? I'm not gonna lie, bro, if I had someone come into my house asking for my mother and he was that big, I'd be terrified. But no, he came in, he's like, I'm looking for your mom. We're supposed to hang out today. And as like he was walking in and stuff, I remember she was on top of the stairs, kind of just looking down, saying, oh, like up here, honey. And Jerome looks up with his massive shoulders, and he's like, coming. And he literally came up. I don't know why I'm giving him like a super like deep voice, but let's be real here, with a guy like that big, like he was pretty scary, guys. Okay, but going on, he goes on upstairs, and we all like sit back down. We would watch the TV. Obviously, we're all looking at my friend, you know, because we're all weirded out by his like mom's choices in life, I guess. But as we're all looking at it, we were looking at the TV volume was like at a moderate tone, and then we started hearing like giggly noises coming from upstairs, and that's when I'm like, oh, it's already starting. Okay, interesting. So as we were like, you know, downstairs just watching the TV and stuff, all we hear coming from upstairs is, and that goes on for, I want to say, like maybe like an hour or so. And we're all just downstairs, like really awkwarded out, just kind of like sitting there like, should we even be here? Like, we were like really questioning everything. And my friend who invited us over was like, guys, like, don't worry about it. This is normal. When he said this was normal, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of weirded out. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, none of it made sense. But honestly, things do get worse in the story, and I'll explain how. So I remember after an hour went by, Jerome comes downstairs without a shirt on. He's massive, and he's just walking downstairs. he's like, do you have any apple juice? Like, what? I don't know. He came down for apple juice. I don't know what was going on. But when he did, I remember his mom walked down, went also to the outside door bathroom. For some reason, she went to the outside door bathroom because I guess she walked out with Jerome. I don't know what was going on there. But as she walked outside to the other bathroom, I remember I had to go to the bathroom. So that's what I did. I ended up going to the bathroom. But I didn't go to any normal bathroom. I went to the one that was in their master bedroom. Yeah, I went to the one that's literally in the master bedroom of where mom and Jerome were going sicko mode. Not my mom, by the way. It was his mom. But you know what I mean. So I go in there and I am just like, you know, going up the stairs. I go to the master bedroom. And when I enter the master bedroom, I see a bunch of toys. I see the blankets all undone. I see some sort of rope. And I'm just like, what the heck happened in here? Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I took a photo of it and made it say kidnapping here, people would believe there was a kidnapping there. I just need the white tape to make the outline of the body. You know, it was just really interesting being in there. Okay. And I remember when I went in there, I was like kind of weirded out and stuff. And I went to the bathroom. But when I went to the bathroom, I kind of just did my thing and started walking out. But as I started walking out, Jerome with his heavy feet, I hear thump, thump. And he's already in the room. And me, I had no idea what to do when I was hearing him come in. So I remember I literally jumped into the closet. Now, reminder, this closet was no ordinary closet. This closet had like slits in it, so you can kind of like see through it. But like, they're very thin slits pointing down, so you can't like see in it, but you can see out of it. I don't know how to explain it, but that's the best way to explain it. So we're just gonna go with it. And I remember standing in that closet, kind of like all scared because I did not want to come out because I didn't want to explain the whole scenario. And me seeing Jerome at that age was kind of spooky, not gonna lie. But I remember when Jerome came in and his mom came in, I remember they were giggling, and all I hear is Jerome say, "Ready for round two?" Bruh. I'm not gonna lie, I still use that quote to this day for some women, you know, ready for round two. It's a pretty good quote. But the way he used it was terrifying. And by terrifying, I mean spooky. But he goes in there and he starts taking off his clothes. And then after that, I see Jerome's massive, never mind. But going on, I remember seeing that. And then I see his mom just fully undone. And then let's just say all I see is, well, it was kind of scarring. At the time, I don't know what my friends were thinking, but my friends were like texting me saying, yo, like, are you upstairs? Like, yo, are you coming down? Like, yo, are you caught up in the bathroom? Like, they were texting me messages back to back, but I could not answer my phone because, well, let's just say I was getting a whole movie for an OnlyFans, I guess. I don't know what was going on right in front of me. It was really scary. Honestly, like, don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable to like watch if I was maybe at home with my left hand or anything like that, but just watching it full on, like through the closet, live in action, like this was no concert, ladies and gentlemen. This was a full on SmackDown, like WWE kind of thing. Like, I did not know what to do, but I'm just standing there watching this whole thing go down, and they go on for another hour. And at that point, my friend decides to call me. So I have my butt vibrating while Jerome is smacking on another. But you know, this is just really awkward to explain. How do I explain seeing two people do the devil's tango over and over? But like I say, you know, an hour and a half goes by now, and I'm just sitting in that closet. At that point, I literally went on my knees. Awkward enough. She was also on her knees. And I'm just kind of like grossed out, not knowing what to do. And then after I see the door knock to the master bedroom, it was my friend who invited us over in the first place. And he says, hey, is Bubba still in your bathroom? When they heard that, I just hear Jerome get up and go to the bathroom. And he's like, are you in here? Like, he says it like all scary and motion with like a towel around him or something. And I'm like, okay, now I'm definitely not coming out, because if I come out of this closet saying I watched the whole thing, I'm gonna get screwed. And by screwed, I mean downed, okay? Like, I'm gonna be terrified. So I remember it gets to a point where they started kind of doing like a search party around the house for me and checking like almost every room. And I remember so specifically when everyone left the master bedroom, even the mom, everyone, they all left the master bedroom. I remember it was my time to escape. So what I ended up doing, actually, funny enough, was I went out the closet and straight out the window. I opened the window and I went out of it because I had kind of like landed on like a little padding area. Not padding area, but it was like a balcony. And from the balcony, I kind of like hung onto the side, dropped myself down from the backyard, and ran around to the front door. At that point, I don't know where else to explain like where I went, but basically you get the gist. I kind of went out the window. And when I went out the window, I remember I knocked on the door in the front entrance, and Jerome opens the door. He's like, we were looking for you. Where did you go? And I'm just sitting there like, and at that point, he's like, okay, just come in and watch the game. Game's almost over. I go in, I watch the game. All my friends are looking at me like with their eyes wide open, like, where did you go? And they were asking me a million questions. But then after that, I put them all in a group chat on iMessage on our iPhones, because, you know, iPhone's more superior. And they look over at their phones. I put them all in the group chat and said, I watched it all go down. They all look at me. They all look at their phones. They all look at Jerome and his mom, and they all started laughing. Not explaining why, but we all started laughing. And that's when I knew that was a very embarrassing moment in my life. Other than that, guys, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support in all these videos. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, like I said earlier, join the Discord server, join the Twitch live streams, and if you guys want more crazy stories. And on top of that, make sure you guys click that subscribe button, because we're on the road to 200,000 on this channel. So thank you guys so much. And after all that, like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.